Right, OMB, let's get into it. So we should kind of know what we're looking at by now in terms of these zones. We've got accumulation, distribution, and the fear and greed crossovers. Yeah. So that again is like the kind of the backbone of what the setup is here with the OMB overlay. So, at a glance, you can really see how impactful these zones are. This is cooking here, you know, and these are just zones just begging to be played with. Even if you miss that whole accumulation zone, you've gone through COVID and you were depressed, it was going lower and it was climbing here and you're shorting, it's gone green. Close your eyes and click the buy button. Yeah, very similar to what we've just seen up here. We had December run up, very thin greed zone, pullback, everyone going, it's going back down to 12k and all this crap. No, big green buy zone, and we've carried on again. So we already know we have these zones on the other oscillators. So let's see what else we can add in here. All right. So let's have a look at the SR heat map. Yeah. So basically the SR heat map is this. So this little support and resistance channel that is dynamic. It may look fixed here, but it is dynamic because at one point it was here where these bubbles were formed. So basically what we're saying is when price gets above here, start the bubble count. And the more intense the bubbles look, which are at the peaks, yeah, is the longer it's been above this resistance line. Likewise, if we look on the monthly, yeah, in accumulation, one tap below what this line would have been down here, one tap in, it's the buy signal. It's the biggest buy signal. It's literally the low. Price has gone and it's gone whoop, and come straight back up. Buy again here as well. Nice big accumulation zone right on the last week of it or the last month of it. Bloop. Just drop behind there and bang, off it goes again. This is market bombs. This is the trigger inside these zones. So clean as well, just to see it. You're hitting zones, you know it's hot, and again, we've got our volume candles. This is your selling opportunity right here. You've had it hot for so long, and then everyone's rushing in. Tail end. If you put FnG on that now, you'd see exactly what that is, or one of the other ones, one of the other scripts at least. So that's basically the heat map and the channel. And we also have the projection. Again, very top signally stuff. So this is basically saying price is above here, get back inside, sell. Yeah, price is above here, get back inside, sell. Price isn't here yet, but it's kind of saying that the next big crypto market top is like 10, 11 trillion. But we also have other projections saying we could pull back. It could come down to here. So ideal situation would be this. Something like that in the future. Hit that kind of zone around here. Come back down to here. Send it off again. But not financial advice. Don't take that as is what's going to happen. Anything could happen. It could just straight line to here. So yeah, let's have a look. What else? Market bubbles. This is very, very reflective of what we saw before with the aggression spikes in the 5avage oscillator. But now you can see very well positioned, So this is an interesting bubble here because we actually had it there, which suggests we are kind of doing this 2017 run. We're just not quite there yet. But, a lot of heavy selling here before a push up back into that. A lot of heavy selling here at the low. A lot of heavy selling at COVID. A lot of heavy selling just after the distribution ran out before an SFP. And a lot of selling into what was the FTX crash. Yeah. So we haven't seen either aggressiveness at the tail end of this yet. So the day you see a green bubble inside a distribution range or something like that, then you kind of know we are heading towards the end of this cycle. The peaks and valleys, so this is 5avage driven again. All right, this adds you in more zones, so you can just get a feel for where are we very hot in the market, and where are we very cool. So again, December was the last hot spikes, but since the December in 2022 crash, you just had buy zones. All you had to do was buy here, inside there somewhere, or that dip there, and just not think about it again until December this year, or December last year, should I say, and then you've been given another opportunity again. So OMB, very, very powerful tool. And again, you can tweak out all the sensitivity stuff. If you really just want high level intensity, you can take it up to that. They're buying opportunities every time. There's a buy there just to run it back up to that pivot there. It was a buy at COVID. Look at that. Just one dot, buy it. The FTX, buy it. It's almost like global events are a buying opportunity. But if you want to take more and more trades and not hold for years on end, bang it down to a 15. Oh, I've done that wrong. Not that one, sorry. Bang it down to a 15. Type it properly. There you go. And it gives you those bit more opportunities. So that's an interesting one here. That, the run up before COVID. Look how intense it was. Things were getting intense there, and it got dumped out. It's almost like to say that's forward looking of the COVID dump. Just really odd when you see it like this. But yeah, and again at the top, look at that. You've had this whole run to get horny, and you got horny here. So whilst we're on the talks of getting horny, the swing momentum is key to this, and this is what I was getting at in the 5avage talk, because this is forward. This is kind of like forward looking. So if you look at times where we had that 2021 top out, yeah, but they were starting to short here. So it did nothing. Then the shorts happened. Yeah, before the run off again here. You weren't sure coming off the COVID dump what we're going to do. It became long, and it took it the whole way. And this is what I was saying before. You don't want to get on the wrong side of this. You don't want to be short here holding when it's green. You're basically saying momentum, and this is the strategy. You've had an FnG buy zone. Yeah, your swing momentum has turned green, and you're running it into distribution, cycle top. Yeah, waiting for that breakdown. That's your trade. Why are you shorting here? People do it though. Happens every time. That's basically what you're seeing with these market bubbles. Is people doing the opposite of what they should be doing. Yeah. So we've got that momentum there. Down. Selling starts. Down. Climax. It's not going any lower. Switch it over. Becomes long again. Yeah. Run it up. It's just very easy overview of what's going on and where you should be, what you shouldn't be doing. And this is quite cool, this swing momentum, because it actually doubles up as an ATR. So let's say you're long and you want to trail your stop. Yeah. That 10 is 10%. That's your stop loss. You can just go 10%, 10%, 10%. 10% on the crypto cap is like massive. Do you know what I mean? But if you're in here worrying about it crashing, that's your 10%. Yeah, you've held it. Just trail your 10% the whole way. Take the whole meat of the move by just following that and not panicking. Likewise, if you're not in any dips near it, like here, yeah, it's your entry. And then again, you're trailing up 10%. Same on your short. You enter in somewhere around here, 10%. Yeah. Another thing you can do with the swing momentum, you can extend it as well. So as you go through time frames on these indicators, you kind of need to chop and change on sensitivity and stuff like that. But if I put it up to, I think it's just go 100. See what 100 does. Yeah. You're in the long for a lot longer. Likewise, if you're shorting, you're holding the short for a lot longer until it breaks. Your kind of entries become, once the momentum weans off, bullish. It's gone neutral. Oh, look, we've actually got a sell zone here. We're getting lots of it. Let's take it down. Bang. I'm going to hold my short. I don't think, even if you completely missed this massive accumulation range and you thought it was going to carry on going lower and lower, you could still carry it until this changes. And now you're thinking, okay, it's kind of going long, even though you've got all these long signals. Now I'll take it up. Now we're in the long zone. I'm going to hold it. And we're just long for longer. So yeah, lots that can be done with these indicators. Different time frames, different settings and stuff like that. Just need to be experimental with to find exactly how you want to play it. I kind of know where my settings are at, but my settings might be different to yours. Again, you know, you can do the risk tolerance on the savage spikes and get a lot more intensity coming through, so that you got a more of a savage zone in the middle of accumulation and both sides of it. It just gives you more opportunities, more control. And you can see there, even the run up from the 2018 crash, the run up into that, I think it was like a monthly here or something like that, 14k before it rolled over. You had spikes above the channel inside a savage thing. It's just an obvious sell, and you've got people joining in buying here. That's all neutral swing momentum until the top. Now it's really bullish. No follow through, collapse. Shorting starts, collapse. Big sellers come in, reverse it on them, hold it for the entire bull run. Hit into the projection line, projection line, projection line, projection line. SNR channels, these follow the whole way along dynamically, which is how we got these. So very, very versatile tool, you know. And then you put something like, why have I done that? Ugh, why have I doubled up on it? Put a savage onto it, you know what I mean? And then you got confirmation. Where's the savage trend? Oh, it's in the green zone. It's in the green zone and it's spiking hard. It's got to be a buy. Do you know what I mean? Savage zone, what's it doing? It's breaking through the ceiling, turning back down and stuff. It's got to be a sell. Got the divergence there. The combination of the two, do you know what I mean? Again, here, there's not much going on at the top, but you can see, look, it's been neutral, neutral, neutral. Now they're getting horny again for it. It's diverging. We've got aggression spikes. There's a divergence. You can see the divergence there. You know, it's hitting the resistance block. It's a sell all day. You know, let's put FnG over it quick. Yeah, buy bubbles here, or they're selling, but yeah, let me just, this is why I made it inverse signals. My way of thinking versus what's easier to read. Yeah, so you've got accumulation, you've got savage zone, and you've got big sellers, which means big buy. You buy. You do the opposite of what they're doing. And again here, December was above this little dynamic range. It hit a thingy. You've got a zone there, and you had buyers coming in. Retail came in, they got shit on. So this is the power of combination. And what does this show from everything we've looked at? It does look like this market has so much more legs to go. If FnG has to come up here, and the projection is up here, and Savage has got legs to run, you just got to assume that this whole thing's going higher, like way higher, unfathomably higher. That's a hard one to say. So anyway, look, I'm as exhausted as some of these fucking indicators can sometimes say. So let's leave it at that, and let's move on to how you can get access to these indicators.